Andreas, thank you so much for chatting with us. This lovely Fulham, your new home. Been here for about 8 or so months now. How's it been?
Great experience, been great so far. Feeling very home, like you would say.
Minus the cold.
Yeah, the cold is being difficult, but it's been great so far.
And I mean, when you came to Fulham, what was the thought process, I suppose, behind it? Because of course, the last couple of years it's been up and down for Fulham. Now it looks a lot more stable, but at any moment where you're like, what am I getting into?
Yeah, it was, when I first came here and they told me that it was every year they went in the Premier League, they would go down. The main objective was to stay in the Premier League, but the manager, I spoke with him and he told me as well, what he wanted to achieve and the way he wanted to play, and he was very ambitious and I really liked that. So as soon as we started 5 games into the season, we realized that we could really do something great with the team, and that's when everything till now is happening.
Yeah, everything's been going quite well so far. Have you guys surprised yourselves a little bit? I think everyone, because when you look at the table now, you're inside the top 10. You're ahead of teams like Chelsea. You're level on points at the moment with teams like Liverpool. Have you surprised yourselves, you think?
I think if you would say in the beginning of the season that we would be in this position, everyone would laugh or would joke about this, but we really deserved to be where we are now because we work really hard, and as soon as we got better and better and get more points, it's like we got more self-belief in ourselves, and we start to believe more and more. So the confidence has been very, very high since the start of the season, and we just want to keep it going.
What do you think's made the difference, I suppose, this season? I know you're still just in your beginnings at Fulham, but I know you know a couple of the guys from before. You've played against some of them before, with some of them. From what they've been saying for the last couple of years to now, what do you think's made the difference?
They spoke with me about that, and they said the manager, has been the massive part of that. He's done really, really well to, would say, put glue everything together, all the players to understand each other. And it's like I've been here for, I don't know, 6 months now, and it's like I've been playing here. I feel like I've been playing years with the players, and I feel like they're my friends, and we get on well with each other. So I think this is really something that made a lot of difference.
And what's he like, on the day-to-day, the gaffer, the manager, Marco? Because everyone is so impressed by him too, and the fact that he's been able to make you guys more, like you said, like a family, like a brotherhood, really.
Day-to-day is very demanding in the training pitch and very, very serious in the work. But outside of it, he's like, I could say he's like our father, He's like he get on with everyone, he jokes with everyone, and he's very calm guy, very chill. But when it's training time, he's very serious.
I mean, you've worked with a lot of managers, of course. Is he quickly becoming one of your favorites?
Yeah, I would say he's my favorite already. Yeah. So,
wow. So what's then the objective? Because the fans are starting to dream, of course. I mean, I live here in West London, and I feel it now. Everyone's like, where can this go? I know you have to calma, as Cristiano would say. You have to take it step by step. But now, like I said, inside the top 10, maybe in the next year or so, where have you allowed your mind to start going?
It started, when we really started to do well. We were speaking with a few players. I was with Willian and with John Palinha. We were like, we can get really close to, the top half of the table. And I think we have to be realistic. It's going to be difficult to fight for an European spot, but we are here, so we might as well try for it, and we might as well give it a go. So I would say it's difficult, but we're gonna do everything to get it. But we know it's gonna take us every game, our focus, and we cannot dream too big. We have to take every game by itself.
And then you mentioned a name there, Willian. What's it like being back to him? Has he helped kind of make this feel like home too again?
Yeah, of course. He knows London.
Very well.
Yeah, very well. So he showed me, some places around, and he's been great. I know him as well a long time, and with him in the team as well, with his experience, he helped us a lot.
And of course, there's two Americans on Fulham as well. Tim Ream, an absolute veteran, and then Anthony Robinson, just still quite young, but he seems to be impressing a lot of people. What's it like playing with both of them? How have they either impressed you or kind of just made Fulham the Fulham that we're seeing right now?
Yeah, they really, really impressed me. Tim, is very experienced. He's, like you said, he's a veteran, but he doesn't look like he's aging. So
At all.
it's something really crazy. He's playing it unbelievably well, and I don't know if you call him Jedi. Yeah, we call him Jedi. So. He's
just a brain, right?
Because he's amazing. He's so strong, and to play on the same side with him, it's amazing. He's so fast, strong, and he's capable to do everything in the game. So I really enjoy to play with him.
Well, it sounds like overall, things are going as well as they can at Fulham now. And up next, I think that's why everyone's excited. Manchester United, FA Cup. Quarterfinals, you returned to Old Trafford. What was your reaction when that draw happened? Is it bittersweet a little bit, or?
Yeah, it was like mixed emotion. It was like a difficult game, but happy to play against Manchester. It would be the first time in Old Trafford to feel the atmosphere. And I never been there as a visitor, so it would be something new.
And I mean, the thing about Manchester United now, of course, you've been watching, I'm sure, the turnaround that they've had after a difficult couple of years, but they still aren't perfect. It's still a work in progress under Ten Hag. Where do you guys think you can probably hurt them, or where do you think they are most dangerous as well to you?
I think they have a lot of confidence. They're playing really, really well, but I think at sometimes, when you're that confident, sometimes confidence too much is not good as well. So we know we have to work very, very hard to win against them, but we will do everything and try to play the perfect game.
And then, of course, they've got, a couple of names that you know quite well in terms of, Bruno Fernandes too. I noticed he always loves your pictures on Instagram too, so you have a good connection there. Marcus, who's playing very well, someone that you'd know too. Speaking about Marcus, what do you think has made the difference for him, and do you think he kind of has become like Man United's most important player?
I know Marcus a very, very long time. He's, a great guy, and I think the difference that he's doing this season is, the manager obviously shown a lot of faith in him and give him a lot of confidence, and just to let him play his game, and that's what he's doing. He's just showing what he can do on the pitch. He's free, he's dangerous, and he's enjoying every moment. You can see the way he plays. So for us, it's something not good, but we'll have to try to deal with that.
I know it's not your job, but how do you stop him? How do you stop a player that technically is good, which but now you say is playing with that confidence?
I think it's difficult to say how to stop a player like him. We'll just try to stop the ball, get to him, so he doesn't touch as many balls he can do.
And then we, of course, I personally know a lot of people at Manchester United too, and they always remember you very fond. They said you were, part of the family there. I think you always will be. How do you remember your time at United, and how did you know it was time for another challenge?
At United, I've had a lot of memories, good memories, bad memories. It's been, 10 years at the club. I arrived when I was 16, so a young boy, and it was amazing ride. But at one stage, I felt like I have to not maybe stay at Manchester, and I want to do something that I want to feel more loved. I want to play every game, and what Fulham offered me and Marco here, it's the perfect opportunity.
Did you get a chance to speak with him to find out, say, what Ten Hag's plans were?
No, I didn't. I didn't speak with Ten Hag. I know him obviously. I work with him in PSV as well. But I was determined in my head that if I would speak with the manager again, maybe I would get, I should stay. Or so in my head I was like, I need to go, I need to play somewhere else, feel comfortable, feel good. So that's what I'm doing.
And then you've been, as a player, you've been everywhere, you know, on many different loans. You know, sometimes players say that helps them a lot, but it's also difficult because you're never there long enough to settle and get used to a system. How did you navigate it? You know, did it help you, or was it actually hard to deal with?
It was very good for me because I played a lot of games in different leagues in Spain and in Italy. It was very good for me. I learned a lot of new things that in England maybe I wouldn't learn. And it made me a more complete player, I would say. Of course, you have like the bad side that you don't stay like 2 or 3 years, but in 1 year, every year I was feeling good, and my aim was to come back to Manchester United.
And then for you now as a player, how do you feel? Are you close to feeling like your best now? You feel perfectly settled, this is home, this is where you want to be?
Yeah, I feel home here, I feel good. I feel very calm, and I think it's my best in years.
Oh, well, that's great to hear. And then does that mean for the national team? Still have that dream there, of course. We know that Brazil as well is also in a rebuild, different identity too.
Yeah, it's for sure. It's my dream to be in the national team, and that's what I think. If good things, you're feeling good, the good things will happen. So I just enjoying my football, and I'm sure this opportunity will come soon.
Well, Andreas, it's good to see you back in the Premier League. Good to see you doing well, and thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thank you.
Muito obrigada.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.